This is my 100mm macro lens. I use it all the time. This is my 16-35. It's not been used in months. Let's challenge ourselves. The 100mm macro lens. This is my go-to lens for almost anything related to product film and photography for one simple reason. It keeps the perspective of what you're shooting true. There's no distortion. The result is exactly as it was designed to be. A cube is a square, a tube is straight, and anything round appears, well, round. But there comes a time when you realise all my shots are starting to look the same, and I'm just using the same lens all the time. Those other lenses in your kit just aren't getting the action they deserve. We get too comfortable with what we know and continue to take the easy route without pushing our abilities or kit further. While scrolling on Instagram, a post from Brewdog stopped my finger from moving on. Finally, a different perspective of an item we see every day. This angle triggered something inside, enough for me to make this video. Can we take inspiration from this post and create a little spec ad with a variety of focal lengths and angles from lenses I would never usually use? Okay, so here we go. You know this from me by now, I'm sure. Plan. So I've done 5 different beer can creations in the past, and I don't want to become a one-trick pony as much as I like beer. This time, let's shoot something different. And here it is. I present to you a half-used can of deodorant. So now we know what we're shooting, let's start to think of ideas on what we want to create. And how can we get more dynamic angles by using other lenses? One thing to keep in mind, the wider the focal length, the closer you will need to get to fill the frame. This is what will create some of our dynamic angles, but it will distort the true shape of the product. You may also find you can't physically get as close to the product as you'd like. That's because each lens has its own minimum distance for focusing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Get your ideas down on paper. They don't need to be as polished as what I do. I just enjoy creating the art of a storyboard. Just let your creativity out and you'll find more ideas will come. And here we are, the finished storyboard on what we're going to create. A simple 15-second looping advert, which includes dynamic angles to create a sense of power and strength. Okay, so to get the angle counter, I found this box, which we'll retouch in the edit. To get the dynamic look, I'm shooting on a wide lens at 18mm. It does create a lot of background in the shot, so to fill that, we will use this pop-up backdrop. If we can raise it a bit higher up, then I think we're almost there. Now it's as close to the ceiling and as wide as the walls, it just leaves a couple of corners which we'll clean up in post. And this is our hero shot, once the lights have been set up to give it our look. To retouch the box, we took a frame grab of the hero shot and opened it up in Photoshop, then created a couple of solid shapes to match the box angle. Fill these with 2 different shades to represent the light and shadow. Find a texture of your choice, then clip it to the layer. Scale and distort each side to get the right perspective. Then simply set the textures to multiply. And then we have our clean counter to import as a layer. Now it's time for the final ad reveal. Enjoy. So there you go, what do you think? A bit aggressive music, I know, but I just wanted something that was powerful for the dynamic angles that this lens at 16-18mm was creating. Now I didn't just use this lens, I also used the 24-70 for a couple of shots, and I think there may have been for the close-up spinning shot the 100mm macro was still used. On the whole, I'm impressed. You can create some really cool, as you can see, angled shots just by getting closer to the product and using a wider lens. Also, what I really love is when we can compare the storyboard with the final result. If we play it back now, scene by scene alongside the final video, you'll see how accurate my vision actually was to the final film. And I've had some comments from people saying that it's way too much effort to do a storyboard at this detail. I'd admit it is. If you look back at this sort of style, that's the usual style I'd do, but I have got something in mind for these sort of ones, and I always want to keep these for my polish videos, for kind of a collection that I'll build up over time. Maybe they'll look cool as kind of wall art, who knows. On the whole, happy with how that turned out. I wish I could have got more behind the scenes, so next time maybe I will, but for now, let's play it back one more time and enjoy this rocky music. And if you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe? Remember, get your camera out and just have fun with it, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.